Hi, we are from MSL, and we're here with the San Pedro Ridge Fire Safety Department and Wildfire Safety, and we're here at a broom pull.
Hi, I'm Charlie, and we're pulling French broom, which is an invasive plant, so when a fire comes, it can't spread any further.
This is Emmett, and he's going to demonstrate how to pull broom.
Alright, so you grab it from the base, and you just yank it up, and there you go.
You want to make sure that you get the roots so that it can't grow again. Hi, what are your names?
I'm Alina. I'm Marissa.
And what brought you here today?
I really wanted to make sure that people were protected so that when we pull these out, this fire doesn't spread. Yeah, I wanted to help prevent wildfires in our community.
And are you having fun today?
Yes, it's a really nice activity to do with your friends. Yeah.
Did you have fun at today's broom pull?
Yes.
And would you do it again? Did you feel accomplished?
Yeah, because we pulled like a lot of broom.
After 3.5 hours of work and 9 volunteers, we were able to pull around half an acre of broom to prevent wildfires. Have these California maidenhair ferns, and now that they can be safe because there's no broom. You can also sign up to pull broom on the San Pedro Ridge Fire Safety website. What's your name and what organization do you work for?
So my name is Robin Pendoli. I am a volunteer with San Pedro Ridge Fire Safety, and I live in the neighborhood. My role is really kind of as a project leader. I help to coordinate all the volunteers that come out on a regular basis and make sure that our work is all moving in the right direction.
What got you started into the broom pulls?
So I live here in the neighborhood, and about 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago now, when we had the Napa and Santa Rosa fires, I started getting really nervous. I spent a lot of time on this ridge hiking and running, and I saw a lot of French broom, a lot of dead French broom. It was 8 feet tall, 10 feet tall, very dense, and I knew enough to know that it was a really dangerous fuel for fire. I knew that it was what's called a ladder fuel, which means that when it catches fire, not only does it burn hot and fast, but it takes those flames up into the canopy of the trees and creates what are called crown fires. So all of that was me living here with my family and knowing that if a fire happened here, it could very easily be a really dangerous fire like we saw in Napa and Sonoma, and I wanted to do something about that.
Where do you advertise the broom pull?
A lot of it has been word of mouth. It's been, I started pulling, and then some of my neighbors saw me pulling and asked what I was doing, and I explained it to them, and they wanted to get involved, and they started telling their friends and neighbors. We did create a little website, sanpedroridgefiresafety.org, and we allow people to share that as much as they can, and folks can sign up to volunteer there. And then from there, we started building relationships with other groups in the community, including MSL at Terra Linda High School. We have a group from Nugget Markets. Their staff are coming out later this spring. And then our parent organization, the Center for Volunteer and Nonprofit Leadership, they help us recruit volunteers as well. They're coming out on Earth Day on April 19th, and we're excited to have another crew of volunteers to help us do this work.
Why should we go to Broom Pools?
I think there's a bunch of reasons to go to Broom Pools. One, of course, is that fire risk in our community, whether it's right on this particular piece of land or whether you live on the other side of Terra Linda or Marinwood, if a big catastrophic fire started anywhere in this region, it's going to put the whole region at risk. So we're all neighbors, we're all at risk of fire. The other part of it is that this is an opportunity to come and actually have a relationship with this land. I know that can sound a little corny to some folks, but when you do get a chance to spend time out in nature, out in the woodlands that are adjacent to our house, and when you take your AirPods out and you start doing work on that land, what you quickly learn is that there's a whole world out here that we miss on most of our days. We see deer come through, I've seen coyote come through, I've seen gorgeous big butterflies just kind of perched, all kinds of wildlife that these are our neighbors too. And we get an opportunity not only to contribute to the health of that woodland, but we get a chance to be stewards of that land, meaning that we have a relationship with that land, we contribute to it in positive ways, and start to roll back some of the negative impacts of that humans have had in the past. French broom was introduced by humans here. It's a human-created problem, and the only real solution is a human solution.
What do you enjoy most about Broom Pools?
I actually like the work. It's some days it can be really hard. A lot of days it isn't. A lot of days it's like a hike where you're stopping a lot to pull out an invasive plant. So I really like being out in nature. I like the other volunteers that I get to meet, neighbors of mine, other members of our community like the MCEL group. I really like being part of that community. The final piece is that I feel better after I do it. I physically feel better. I've gotten away from the noise. My phone hasn't come out of my pocket. Like I've gotten a few hours to just breathe, move my body, breathe healthy air, and just kind of take a break from the noise that surrounds us all day, every day.
How many areas do you work in?
So we've cleared a section of about 20 acres surrounding our neighborhood. It's a long stretch, and if you go to our website, you can actually see a map. We've created a GPS map of the area we've cleared. It's kind of broken up into sections geographically, only because there's lots of big hills in it, like some of our volunteers saw today. But it's a contiguous stretch of about 20 acres that's spread out over, if you walk it, it's about maybe 1.25 miles, 1.5 miles long.
Where do you put the broom after it's pulled?
It kind of depends on how old the broom was. So actually where we're standing here, just next to us are some piles of older broom that we haven't cleared out yet. What we'll do when we pull big, dead, older broom is we'll make piles like that. And then during the summer months, we will haul it down to street level in the neighborhood. And we have a partnership with the Marin County Wildfire Authority, San Rafael Fire, where we can call them and they'll come with their chipper crews and they'll chip all that material into a truck and haul it all away. We've had some massive piles over the years, and we estimated that somewhere between 120 and 150 cubic yards of chipped material has been removed. I don't know if that metric means a lot to you, but when you see those big trucks driving around with chippers on the back, those are 10-yard trucks. So we've filled about 15 of those with chipped material. It's a lot of material.
That's it for the interview. Thank you so much.